Today on Drawbli, we are drawing
our homework sessions because we're in art school.
Click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists. And share your art with the hashtag Drawbli because we want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Preferably on Instagram. So we're doing some homework today. This is our second homework assignment since we started our art class from Med's Map.
Yeah, this is a quick warm-up to light a sphere that I just kind of did voluntarily and turned into the moon on a photo that my dad sent, actually. But I plan to go back to that photo and do more with it.
So you just put a sphere in a scene to help light it in the environment.
Yes, I did that, and it was great.
So that was a warm-up. This here is the actual assignment, which is coloring cubes. And how would you describe it? Like shifting your hue to warmer and cooler sections based on whether it's in shadow or in light.
Yes, I think the course went into some detail on the logic of picking certain colors and exactly how to shift them so that you get a very appealing color balance. Different than just like, oh, make it a little darker, make it a little lighter. There was some logic to picking your color, your darker color, and making it a little bit cooler, and another darker color, but making it a little bit warmer. It was very interesting, and I found the process did, in fact, create a very appealing color dynamic.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this as well. It's something that I kind of already do, but I feel like this is getting me thinking about it more intentionally. There was also a little extra practice there for edges and playing around with like blending edges, which is always something that I'm kind of working on and playing at. I can see you're trying to sketch out some donuts here, get some of those rounded forms. I like it. Donuts are hard.
This was so hard.
Donuts are really tough, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I tried to apply the color theory to the donuts, and you will see it's only with very limited success, be limited by my own skill and improficiencies to date. So I enjoyed it still. I love still the colors that you get from what we learned.
Oh wow, very nice. You got some candy looking colors
I know,
here. It looks like a little mint.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, this was very fun to do. I was actually pretty pleased with the exercise. I did feel like I learned, even if the final result wasn't completely like mind-boggling.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
that's the main point for us.
Yeah, but no, this was some great homework. I like to think that my sister, who is in college,
she's also painting donuts.
Probably, because she was also rendering shapes around the same time we were.
Look at that, we're like beginner 3D artists. We're making donuts.
I'm
That's what everybody
ask her to
does.
share her homework with me so that I can say, oh, I'm keeping up with like the art college, art university student.
So if you don't know, there's this beginner tutorial for Blender from the Blender Guru on YouTube. That's very, very well known for this donut tutorial. And that's kind of become a meme in the 3D world just because everybody who's learning Blender goes and watches that video.
And does it. Even my little sister did it in high school. They taught that.
Oh gosh, yeah. Wow, that's funny.
And this is my quick attempt at your original piece, Totoro Pikachu.
Totochu.
I didn't
Picaro.
do it. I did not do it justice. That's why I tapped it on to the end of my homework session here in this video, because I didn't think I did it justice by any means. He is far cuter than I
don't know. He's kind of a little scary in general, but I think you did a good job of getting some of his scary cuteness in there.
I did use the color picking strategy here, and I was pretty satisfied still.
Yellow's a tough one to work with.
How it renders. Yeah, it is. It is.
Because you kind of shift to green, and then it feels a little ugly.
Kind of pucey.
Yeah, I make a donut later that you guys will see soon where I use yellow, and I was not liking it.
Yeah, yellow, you're right. Yellow is hard to work with. I went back and tried to edit the color of the yellow quite a bit, actually, I think. But no, this is about the end of my homework session. I feel like things are progressing pretty smoothly. I'm excited to go on to our next lesson soon and paint some apples.
Yeah, which is actually, I think, what first got us into that. But here are some of my cubes. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage from when I painted my cubes.
Yeah.
But I do have some footage of moving forward with that. You can see me playing around with some colors up top where I was kind of testing that some of the theories that they were talking about. So I start off with just a simple cylinder, but I try to make this cylinder as clean as I possibly can. I feel like with these homework assignments, you don't really need to do this, and I actually, for my own students, wouldn't recommend like going into a ton of detail on something where you're just kind of learning and practicing the basics. It's almost better to just like get your reps in.
Yeah.
But I did try to keep this, a little clean. I like being able to have some clean shapes so that I can understand a little more how the form is turning.
It's so interesting how much you and I gravitate towards different things. You are so good at getting like something very clean to start, and I am much more prone to starting from a very sketchy, messy place and tidying it up as I go. I like your method. I think there's probably a lot more efficiency in that.
So I did, looking back on this, when I was actually working on this, I was like, how do I friggin' cylinder? How do I light this? What do I
Yeah.
need to do here? Why isn't this working? And I think the main thing is that my light and shadow area here were just a little too close together. I needed to get my core shadow a little more over to the left, or the kind of brighter highlight area a little more over to the right. And I couldn't like figure it out in color, so I shift it to black and white here, and it makes a lot more sense. I'm like, oh, okay, that actually does look fine.
Yeah.
It's just that these crazy colors on here are like messing with my brain, because I've never seen a metallic-esque looking cylinder that's bright green like this.
Right.
So now I'm gonna do a quick donut. Oh my god, donuts. Donuts are hard.
Donuts, so hard.
So I
difficult.
tried to like mentally prepare here for this donut by doing like some quick cross sections and trying to figure this out. It didn't help. It still ends up like really kind of funky, but that's what you get.
I like your approach to it, though. I think that's something I was really floundering for, was to try to get the cross sections the way I wanted them, other than just copying the exact ones from the homework video without really knowing why. And so I like your cross section approach. That's good.
Yeah, when in doubt, draw through the object. Try to imagine, the contour of the form so that you can better represent it. Here I'm like doubling up the shape. My idea was to, like at first I drew it like awkwardly flat, and I was like, I'll just try to make it thicker and maybe that will work. And it kind of worked, but yeah, here we go with some super gross yellow and green on this yummy, tasty donut.
That is a very green. Although in the tutorial we watched, the homework video, he did point out that when you darken your yellow, you are going to get green, but when you back off, it will read as yellow. However, what is this moldy bagel?
Yeah, exactly.
Like little patches of mold on it.
I make it work.
No
when
offense.
No. When I was making it, I was like, yeah, this looks like just some mold. So then I shifted it to black and white again, just like checking on my values. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see it kind of come together here. Just needs, a little more kind of figuring out for like where the planes exist and starting to blend those. So just like initial idea, splash some paint on there, and then start heading in this direction. After the fact, I kind of play with the colors a little more.
Now it looks like a really nice bagel, like with some really cool lighting on it.
A little, yeah, and then I tried to thicken it up again because I was
Yeah.
like, it's still not looking as three-dimensional as it could. So that, a lot of trial and error is what I would say for this assignment
trial
in general.
And success. You pulled it from moldy thing under the back of the car seat to like front and center at the bakery at 6 a.m. because it's the best one. No, absolutely. Beautiful job. Oh, and it's blue. Oh, it's blue and yellow.
I was giving
Support
it some
Ukraine.
quick stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of that, but yeah, sure. And then, of course, the most important part here at the end. Oh, wait, it's not coming yet. First, I have to think about my cylinder and how I'm going to do the colors on here. You did the extra work and painted your additional colors, but I just hue shifted them really quick. I cheated.
Oh my gosh, that's well, at least you're still visualizing the shifts, I guess.
I did cheat, but of course the
he
cute
did
faces.
include the faces. I did forget my faces. He even said in the video, like, the
gotta-
most important part is you draw cute faces on them at the end.
I mean, it is. And of course, a little reference here to the Sistine Chapel to bring it all home as we are learning to become artists.
Yes. Well, come back next time to watch us paint our own Sistine Chapels.
And click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
Oh, and if you want to share some moldy donuts online on Instagram, you can hashtag it with the Drawbli, as we all try to learn art and improve a little more together
Share
each
that.
day.
We love to see what you're doing alongside of us. So, yeah, definitely do that.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba. So, you think I saved my moldy donut?
I do.
Would you eat that donut? That bagel?
Not the moldy one, but the other one, yeah.
The finished version.
Absolutely. It looked pristine, like something you'd see in anime art of
Oh,
food.
please, get out of here.
I'm not kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
not
gosh.
kidding. So good.